Good morning, CVOs. You're welcome to the program this morning. Bystanders at an instance. I'm Christian Chuku. Today is the 16th of September 2022, and we're right here to get our reviewers and also other people responding to the topical reports that we have this morning. Once again, welcome. Today's Friday. Happy weekend. We have two major headlines this morning. We have Lagos State Task Force auctioning 134 vehicles at the Alausa Task Force compound. Yes, let's look at the story this morning. The second is Lagos State government announces plan to shut Ladipo and Oyingbo markets indefinitely. Let's look at the Lagos State Task Force in collaboration with the Lagos State Ministry of Justice has auctioned 134 forfeited and abandoned vehicles at the Task Force compound in Alausa Ikeja. The auction exercise, which took place on Thursday, attracted members of the public who participated in the sale of vehicles that were confiscated for various traffic offenses, ranging from driving one way to willful obstruction of traffic across various parts of the state. Chairman of the Lagos State Task Force, Shola Jejeloye, a chief superintendent, said the terminating end of any enforcement exercise carried out by the agency was the mobile court who determines the fate of vehicles seized for traffic infractions. Let's look at the other one. The Lagos State government has also announced plans to shut down both Ladipo and Oyingbo markets in the state indefinitely by next week, Thursday, due to traders' indiscriminate waste disposal. The state government said that the move became imperative as it could no longer tolerate any more violations, including reckless waste dumping, non-payment for waste services, and general poor waste management situation in these markets. This was made known by the managing director of the Lagos State Waste Management Agency, Ibrahim Odumboni, who said that traders in both markets engaged in unwholesome environmental practices. According to a statement from Folashade Kadri, the spokesperson of Loma, Odumosu said that the unwholesome environmental practices by these traders continued in the markets despite repeated warnings from the agency. The Loma boss said, our attention has been drawn to the deplorable state of the environment around Ladipo Market, Mushi Oyingbo Market, resulting from reckless waste dumping by traders. Yes, APC, PDP, LP fight as rating poll places Obi ahead of Atiku and Tinubu. Yes, keeping IU may cost PDP victory, but the judge wants more hardship for Nigerians as inflation rises to 20.25%. Other reports, let me have Mr. Matthew this morning. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Chris.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Top of the story this morning, reports we have this morning, we have the online rating poll, online election that was carried out yesterday. How do you look at it? A reflection of what will happen in 2023 or just pre-exercise?
Well, however I look at it, it has to do with popularity contest, because though the other two political parties, APC and PDP, they are forcing the pool. But however I look at it, any pool you conduct online, Obi will come ahead. Even let channels conduct it, let even TVC conduct it. It is clear. Obi have taken over the social media space. They are not able to compete with him. It's true. There is no argument about that. But the issue is, I think what would have made the argument potent on the part of APC and PDP is, what they would have been asking is the percentage of people who voted on that in that pool. How many of the percentage are the re-electorates who will be on ground to vote? I don't know that the potent argument they should put forward, not trying to discredit the pool. For me, like I have said, even as NTA, even TVC, to conduct opinion pool about 2023 election, Obi will carry the
whatever way it goes, Obi will win the election.
Anything you do online in terms of opinion, Obi will win. There's no argument about it. But what is surprising them, I'm not surprised that Obi won in that pool. The only thing that is surprising them is that beyond their claim that Obi is only on social media, they are beginning to see the reality that is not just on social media, that his presence is cut across board in Nigeria. as evidence in the match you are seeing all over the places. So it doesn't matter the opinion of the other political party. Obi is growing stronger and getting more popularity. And again, the more you delay the election, the more you give an Obi advantage. Because the new electoral act that gives so much time between primary and the general election is only giving people like Obi an advantage. Because before now, PDP and APC are party that is already known to Nigerians, that is already spread across the nook and cranny of Nigeria. So Obi just came into the fray, and as you have it, his popularity is growing. So the more you give time for the election, the more Obi will gain ground and become stronger. So it's irrespective of anybody's opinion.
In the Southwest, he got 12%, while APC, Tinubu got 18%.
I say even TVC conducts opinion poll about 2023, Obi will win it.
Because I'm beginning to see this as a lack of reflection.
No, okay. What you're doing now is go on Facebook, go on Twitter, look at any opinion on 2023 that has to do with the three major political parties. You will see that 90% will always support Labour Party. So it's not by coincidence that he won that opinion poll.
Reno Omokri once said that some of these people online, they are ghost online users.
I challenge Reno Omokri to come back to Nigeria and play politics. He's a Diasporian politician.
He has something with you.
He cannot come back. He has something with you.
The government of the day.
With government of Nigeria.
Of the day.
What is pursuing him? What is pursuing him?
So he can't come back. You know,
I don't know. I'm just hearing from you. I'm just hearing from you. I don't know. The much I know is that he was an aide to former President Goodluck Jonathan, and that he's a critic of this government. Criticizing government does not mean
to come back is something that.
What I'm saying is he cannot be hibernating in America and be dishing out statements as if he's the one that will decide the direction of the election. It's irrespective of his opinion. He has his opinion, but he's not in Nigeria currently, and he may have lost touch with reality. The reality is that it doesn't matter anyone's opinion. Obi is gaining ground. He's becoming popular by the day. Is it respect? I'm not saying conclusively that Mr. A, B, or C will win, because we are still waiting for some dynamics. You can see crisis in the two major leading political parties. You can see people saying they will not support their own political party because of a decision of Muslim tickets. You can see people saying if their party did not get it right, they may even help their party to lose. When you begin to hear that, and we are looking at how people begin to align and realign for the purpose of the general election, until all this happens and INEC opens the window of the campaign, we can now begin to appraise the situation and say, okay, Mr. A or Mr. B or Mr. C will carry the day. But for now, I think it's still premature.
Okay, the coalition of united political parties has raised the alarm of plans to scuttle next year's general elections. Spokesperson of the coalition, Ikenga, Ugo Chinyere, at a press conference, alleged to an orchestrated plan to compromise the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC register of voters to upload fictitious names. He said that some non-Nigerians were uploaded to the portal.
I think INEC have refuted it. I listened to Professor Sokoye, the National Commissioner of Voter Education. I listened to him, he has refuted it. Even the issue of beavers, he has refuted it, that beavers have come to stay because they have added credibility to the election, and that they can only hope and think of how to improve on and bring in more innovation to improve on the electoral process, not necessarily jettisoning a device that have given the process credibility. So I think I need to believe INEC, because INEC has shown some level of sincerity in their handling of affairs of election. So except I begin to see otherwise, except I begin to see things from INEC in another perspective. But the way it stands, I don't have any reason to doubt INEC. And like I told you the other day, the only area I am raising concern about INEC process and processes is telling us that results that have been duly announced by INEC return officer in a polling unit cannot be relied upon to collate nationwide results for the purpose of presidential election. That is the area I have issue with their process and processes. Because if you say your ad hoc staff who manages an election in a polling unit have right to count the votes and declare winner at the level of that polling unit and upload that result to INEC portal. And if somebody is somewhere bringing together all the results duly posted to INEC portal, I don't see where that person may have run for the constitution, because the person is merely collating results that has been announced by INEC staff at the polling unit. So I think that's the area I have issue with INEC. But on the issue of the issue of CUPP is raising, I don't entertain any fear in that.
Okay, let's look at Akpabio. Court has ordered INEC to recognize Akpabio as the senator.
I think that thing is dicey, the way it is. I think the law gives so much lacuna for judges to play around. Because on one breath, we see a constitution that says INEC shall monitor the primary of all the political parties. And by implication, any primary that INEC did not monitor, the candidate or the candidate that emerged from such process will not be valid in the face of INEC. And INEC have come back openly to say that we didn't monitor the election that has to do with Akpabio, that has to do with the Senate president. So, and INEC have maintained this position, and I think it's an honorable position INEC is maintaining. And on another breath, there's another section of the constitution that says that the INEC have no right and power to reject a name duly submitted to it by a political party. So you see where the lacuna is. And you know politicians are fraudulent. The major stakeholders, like Akpabio, the Senate president, as the case may be, can twist the party, even when they didn't emerge from a due process, and force the party to upload their names. Even when INEC have rejected it, we are seeing a situation where court is asking INEC go back and accept it. But I think in the circumstance, what we want INEC to do is, if INEC were not in a party to that suit, I think the INEC should apply to that court to have a relief, to appeal that case, so that they can address it. Because, like I've told you, I say for me, INEC position is honorable. Because INEC have come out plainly to say, we didn't monitor the election, the primary that produced Akpabio. We didn't monitor the primary that produced Senate president. And court is saying recognize them. So if INEC as a body that is considered by law have what is mandated to obey court order, but I think what they should do is they should apply to the court to have their leave so that they can appeal that judgment. If they were not part of the judge, if they were not joining the suit before that judgment, if they were joining the suit before that judgment, they should appeal the judgment and let them go to appeal court appeal court to ventilate the opinion, and let appeal court make a pronouncement and harmonize all the issues, all the interests, the position of INEC, the position of the plaintiff, the position of the other party. Let the appellate court harmonize all of them and come up with a more formidable judgment.
Okay, the Lagos State Ministry of Justice, in collaboration with the Lagos State Task Force, has auctioned 134 forfeited and abandoned vehicles at the tax force company in Alausa Ikeja.
I think it's Lagos State government law, but again, Lagos State is known for harsh policies and laws, unfortunately. But I think it speaks to the fact that Lagosians, or Nigerians generally, are not always interested in governance. Because in the process of making this law, there's a provision for public hearing. If people have availed themselves of that privilege to get involved in the lawmaking, they would have raised issues to say, yes, this law doesn't serve public interest or is too harsh, and they would have kicked against it. But the way it stands is the law, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. And it has to continue in that manner until they repeal it or they amend it. No, there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Okay. We have one thing I noticed there is that amongst the traffic offenders, just the cars of the ordinary Nigerian. We don't see any Jeep, SUVs, and all.
Because those ones have what it takes to negotiate and get their vehicle out of the place.
Okay. What would you advise the Lagos State government? Because driving one way means forfeiture of your car.
No, the issue is. Let me tell you this.
No matter how do you know one way on this major road?
No. Look, you can go and study road signs.
There's no sign. Is there any sign on this road?
Most of the people don't put road signs.
If you are moving on the road naturally, you should know if you are safety conscious, if you are a safety person. There are signs. I can see signs. No, you can see signs. And if you are navigating, go before you get to the middle of that road. You see signs that tells you whether you are turning like this. That is no. What I'm saying is, you don't vilify government where they have done the right thing. Like I keep saying, I say Lagos State have maintenance culture. If you go around, you see even when floor marking on the road is wearing away, they renew it. So what I'm trying to say is, I think there are road signs, but Nigerians generally are not used to obeying rules. That is the truth. Yeah, but again, let me tell you this: let me tell you that the law is the law.
Okay.
It's irrespective of whether you were part of it or whether it offends you, whether you do not like it, but it's already law. And even the Bible makes us understand that it said the law is meant for lawbreakers, meaning a child of God should not even break law in the first place. So as long as the law is already in place, I think drivers, motorists should find a way of complying. That is the truth. And if they are not comfortable with it, they should push for amendments.
Okay, Ladipo Oyingbo market to be shut indefinitely by next week by the Lagos State government.
I think it's a part of the dirty politics some persons have been saying before now, that they will play dirty, they will fight dirty. I think this may be part of it. But because for me, I don't see why such move will coincide with. That's why I'm thinking it's not mere coincidence anyway. Will coincide with the build up to election, knowing fully well that a particular group of people, tribe who major in trade, are from one part of the country, and the whole world have seen their disposition in terms of their likely voting pattern. So I'm saying that this may be part of the fighting dirty that some persons have said that they will fight dirty before now. Okay. And it should be discouraged, because for me, it's a recipe for crisis. Yes, it's a recipe for crisis. It's
they're not going to tax everybody in that.
That's what I'm saying. It should be discouraged. I'm not saying the government should not enforce good sanitation in the environment, but when you use it to target political opponents, I think it's worrisome.
Okay, I think we appoint Wike member of Presidential Campaign Council amid PDP crisis.
Member or chairman?
Member of Presidential Campaign
I doubt
Council.
if Wike will accept, or if he will want to function in that capacity.
Because
Wike will want to take the chairman of the
campaign.
If I thought he's taking such, he want to take the chairman of the campaign council. So making him a member, I don't think he will accept it.
But they just says keeping IU may cost PDP victory.
You see, PDP is in a serious big quagmire.
Many said that Wike is bluffing.
For me, I don't want to too much dive into it because it's a personal affair. What I can understand is that Wike, in a way, have succeeded in sensitizing certain stakeholders, and they are suddenly waking up from their slumber to start making demand. But the demand and the timing may be detrimental to the success of their candidates. That's the truth.
Okay, lastly, let's look at the ASUU. The NANs are still on the road. They are going to resume their protest today.
I think they should sustain it.
Can they carry out
what I'm saying is, so long as they are doing it within the ambits of the law, because there is no section of the Constitution that forbids a peaceful protest. In fact, the Constitution...
Peaceful protest, but
yes,
they are saying that inconveniencing others.
If it's inconveniencing you, as long as it's peaceful, let me tell you this.
That is peaceful. Is it
police have a duty. Police have a duty to protect protesters.
No, inconveniencing. You know what happens on that?
I think
from
even if it's convenience, we'll bear with them. Yes, I can categorically tell you that we'll bear with them, because we feel their pain.
Government does not listen
because
to
this government seems to have developed thick skin. They seem to have. That is why we are people like us. We are not comfortable with the position of TUC, NSC, Pengasin, name it. They should come to the rescue of ASUU. They should synergize with ASUU. They should show solidarity. If they do, I tell you that within 2 days, government will resolve it. Look at the other time aviation industry, there was a threat of shutting down aviation industry. It didn't take government 2 days to resolve it. Because they see that ASUU do not have what it takes to fight. If NSC, TUC, Pengasin shut down the Nigerian economy, for 2 days there is no production of oil, zero production. Federal government will do the needful. That's the truth.
Lastly, we will arrest and cage terrorists, bandits, kidnapping sponsors before elections. DSS.
They better do. And they should not be playing
before elections.
I said they better do. They should not be playing to the gallery. We are not interested in media hype. They should do the needful, get them arrested, get them prosecuted, and let court do a pronouncement. You will see the issue of all this while people have been talking about Shegumi, this publisher of the Desert Herald, that they need to be investigated. The security agency have been looking the other way. But now,
probably they are investigating, but yet it's not known to the public.
What are Shegumi? What are they doing about it? Why did they have to wait until the publisher get to Egypt before he was intercepted by Egyptian government, security agencies, before he was extradited, before they knew there was need to arrest him? But for me, what I'm trying to say is, it is their responsibility to protect lives and property. Look at Nigerians, the victims of the unfortunate Kaduna train attack. We still have about 27 or if not more in captivity. Does it not behove on Mr. President to rescue them? We are seeing in this country how a 27-year-old wanting, an American, was rescued by American government within Nigerian territory. So for me, I don't think anybody will be excited with such statement, because if you do what behoves on you to do, you are not doing anybody any favor. Rather, you are carried out at your responsibility.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. If you live in Lagos, go and revisit the Lagos traffic law. There are so many things that you need to take note of there, because it seems that enforcement is going to start very soon. We saw what happened with the 134 vehicles, abandoned vehicles, and also traffic vehicles that have been parked on highways and traffic offenders. They are vehicles that was auctioned at Alausa yesterday. An old man with his wife came with a particular of one of the Danfos, they call it Danfo, the Peugeot Danfo bus, and he cried for help, saying that they should have mercy on him and release the Danfo to him. But the cry for help fell on deaf ears. They sold that particular Danfo for 370,000. There were also complaints that the process was nepotistic. The process of auctioning, that those in charge of the auctioning had their cronies who had already concluded the price that they were going to bid for those almost 134 vehicles, while some of them had to pay 2,000. Everyone had to pay 2,000 as a fee, indication of interest fee, 2,000, while many came and left here very angry about how it was being carried on. I learned that if you drive one way, your vehicle would be impounded, confiscated, and you are liable, it depends on the judge, to go for a year imprisonment. One way, 1 year imprisonment. Second offender, 3 years. That is, if you do it the second time, 3 years. 50,000 for the conductor hanging on the vehicle. Well, my question is, do we enforce these laws? Do Nigerians know these laws? Are there really signs everywhere to know that this is one way, irrespective of the fact that you must use your initiative? Are there signs that this is a one way that I shouldn't follow? Overtaking, you pay 50,000, and also it attracts 3 months imprisonment. I have Mr. Okugodem this morning of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Okugodem, good morning.
Sir Christian, morning. I am Okokondem of Republic of Biafra. Republic of Biafra, the new Okokondem.
In Nigeria.
The new Okokondem, Republic of Biafra, shall we pray? In Jesus' name, our Holy Father, God Almighty, we thank you, we praise you, magnify your name. We worship you for your goodness. We worship you for your greatness. We worship you for your excellency. We worship you, oh Lord God, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank you, oh Lord God Almighty, mostly on behalf of all our fans all over the world watching us, who love us and who do not love us. After they are watching us, God, I thank thee on their behalf. I thank thee on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu, who is still alive, who are still guarding, who are still protecting, who will still come out. That the be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank thee, O Lord God Almighty, for using the United Nations and the European Union to fasten his release. Lord, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank thee on behalf of Simon Ekpa, autopilot. I thank thee on behalf of Omada, autopilot. I thank thee on behalf of IPOB, autopilot. I thank thee on behalf of ESN, autopilot. Daddy, I thank thee on behalf of Republic of Biafra. I thank thee on behalf of Sunday Bohu, Amateku. I thank thee on behalf of the Republic. Mostly, again, I thank thee on behalf of Philip TV, who made it possible for our voice to be heard. Lord, I say, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. And bless Philip TV more and more in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Daddy, I thank thee for your protection you bestowed upon us. No harm has befell upon us. Daddy, be praised, be magnified in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. I am Mr. Baradeni Okokondem in this Republic of Biafra. Led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra.
Okay, let's look at, let's start with Oyingbo and Ladipo market to be shut down indefinitely because of waste. The place is dirty.
Oh well, if the place is dirty and those people there are not ready to evacuate the refuse, one, it should be shut down. And if they don't have the facilities to evacuate the refuse, government should provide it for them. Because in that place, they are paying tax. People in Ladipo are not there for free. They are paying the landlord tax. They are paying tax to the federal government. They are paying tax to the Mushi local government. They are paying tax to Omonile. They are paying tax to Agros. So they are not there for free. One thing I will say, if government provide the facility for them to pack the refuse and let refuse to pack it, government should hold them. Government should lock their down. Like all these refuse collectors, at least if you go to that Ladipo, see how is overclouded or how is booming, business moving there. You will know that they need this refuge van, refuse collectors. They need up to 3 motors to go there and be collecting refuse every day, not in a week. Every day. But whereby government did not provide it for them, government should not blame them. Government should provide it. And if they said no,
indiscriminate waste disposal, reckless waste dumping, non-payment of waste services, and general poor waste management situation. Look at what the PRO of Loma is saying. Say that the unwholesome environmental practices by these traders continued in the markets despite repeated warnings from the agency.
Warning is a difference for providing. You cannot want me to do something and your own rule did not play it. If you play your own rule and you warn me, if I fail to do, then whatever action you take, you are right. But where the agency wasn't able to provide their own, like in that Ladipo bucket, they're supposed to have public toilet, which the government is supposed to build for them. If Lagos State did not build it, Mushi local government should build it for them. They're supposed to have a public toilet. They're supposed to have area designated for refuse dumping. And that area, their can supposed to be there. Their truck supposed to be coming there every day to pack the refuge. Not to stay there 1 month, 2 months, even ASUU. You say, are they going to put that refuse in their mouth? If they provide a place to dump the refuse, and the refuse they says there, no place to contain it again, they can dump it anywhere because it's your own fault. But if you go there every day to pack the refuse, and you assign law enforcement agents that will be there every day, law enforcement agent, after they open that market, law enforcement agent will be there, sanitary people, to supervise.
Okay, let's look at other reports this morning. We will arrest and cage terrorists bandits kidnapping sponsors before elections. DSS is saying that one.
They are arresting.
They will arrest.
They will arrest.
And they will cage terrorists.
And they will cage terrorists.
And they will terrorists and bandits. They will also arrest kidnapping sponsors before the elections, these 2023 elections.
You see, I said to you, Nigeria know how to make law, but they know how to implement the law. Nigeria can talk with mouth, and they cannot do. Who are the terrorists you are going to arrest? Okay, the one you arrest that mentioned those people you mentioned, what is his name?
The DSS has refuted that they are not part of that report. They don't know about that people they mentioned. They are not part of that revelation.
DSS said they are not part of it.
Yes.
Then how can that man speak it out? I'm not saying whether DSS is part of it. Let them investigate. Let them investigate the word of the man. Or not, DSS said they are not part of it. They're trying to exclude themselves because the people the man mentioned were above the law.
No, not above the law.
How are they not above the law? If they're not above the law, why should they exclude themselves? They're not a part of it. What the DSS could have do is to go and investigate what the man said. Or the man drunk by saying so? No. After all, what is National Security Advisor? The Yankee Banky was playing all the time. People may suspect him, if at all. The man did not mention his name. People may suspect him. He knows about it. Okay. Federal government or DSS or whosoever, they will arrest bandits and this one. Go to Zamfara now. People are paying money to bandits and kidnappers and giving them boats to escort them across the river so that they can be able to farm. Where is government? Oh, those people. Is it hidden? I saw it in net. They show everything. Indigenous are paying 9 million naira to bandits and kidnappers to allow them and buy boats for them to use that boat to escort them, the bandits to escort them to farmland across the river. And they're telling me that you will hold this. Make you forget about that story in Babylon. I call it, what I say is it's a story in Babylon. All they're saying is stories in Babylon.
That they can't do it.
I leave that in alone. They will only come and kidnap, hold the innocent people walking on the street, but them walking on the street and arrest them. Kidnapping and bandit. Whom are they? They're referring to IPOB. They're referring to ESN. No other person.
So they have not called any name.
I said they are not terrorists. Now, whom the government prescribed terrorists?
I know.
Is it not IPOB?
And also the bandits.
Is it not it's a security network?
Also the bandits.
Who are the bandits? No, immediately we prescribe somebody terrorist. There's no need of that word of bandit. You know the word of bandit? The word of bandit meant a group of people who gather themselves on the road or one spot, stealing people. That's bandit. But it's certain money. But terrorists, you make it to be higher, worse than bandits. Who are the terrorists they are talking of? They're taking indirect way to tell you that they will go in south to east and kill and do everything before the election.
That's not what they are saying. That's what you are saying.
They may not say so directly, but indirectly. You're a human being now. You are one free. We're supposed to use your common sense to understand what is going on. After all, you're more learned than me. You're a journalist. You're more learned than me. As a journalist, you're supposed to know what is going on.
They are saying that they are going to go into southeast.
Who are the terrorists in Nigeria now? Is Boko Haram terrorists anymore?
Yeah.
They are not terrorists. If Boko Haram is terrorists, it's supposed to wipe them off. Not every day. 350, 950, Jesus and so thousand reported the Boko Haram integrated into the society every month. You haven't finished Boko Haram, you declared the terrorists, but you integrated them in society. But if it's Ikonso, you people will go and kill him. But if it's a double lion, you people go and kill him. You didn't integrate those ones into the society.
Okay, let's look at other reports this morning. There was a presidential election carried out on social media.
Online?
Social media. Peter Obi won. Tinubu Atiku came second, while Kwankwaso came third. So that social media election, Do you think it will replicate itself in the forthcoming 2023 election?
You know, when I was in school, there's what we call mock exam. They are mocking P2B. Nigerians are mocking P2B. Social presidential election. Is it ballot presidential election? It's not ballot presidential election. When you reach that time, we know who is who.
When you reach that time?
When you reach that time, forget that social. Forget social. All of us that are talking here, criticizing the government. Most of us are worse than the government. But when you reach in the action, you will know who is righteous or who is not righteous. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So that one that which cannot be a yardstick to measure anything.
Anything. I regard it as they are trying to mock P2B. They are trying to deceive P2B. When they reach at the day of balloting paper, ballot election, thumbprint election, let us go and thumbprint whom they will win. That they know how to rig election. They rig Peter Obi out, whether they like it or not. I'm telling you that as far as this present Nigeria is concerned, no Igbo man will be there. And we, dear fans, we will never agree to use our own blood for 80 years presidency for Igbo man. Highest Igbo man ruled 80 years. I'm still saying it. Look at when Amateku rise up. I mean, Odua People Congress rise up because of the annulment of June 12th. When they see that Odua people are meant the business, they use Obasanjo 80 years and to quench Odua People Congress. Is Fulani not killing Yorubas now? Is Yoruba land safe? Look at what is happening in Ondo. Look at what is happening in everywhere in Yoruba land. Even Lagos here, we are sleeping with the one eye closed, open.
Sleeping one eye closed.
One eye closed, one eye open.
Why? What's happening?
You don't know the thing is happening.
I don't know.
No, it's happening. Okay, me, the only thing never manifest, but everybody in Lagos is living in fear. Everybody in Lagos here is living in fear. I don't say that something is happening, but what is happening in other states in West here? Every Lagos man is living in fear.
I'm in Lagos.
Are you not living in fear?
I'm not living in fear.
You're not living in fear?
No.
You may deny that you're living in fear, but in your heart, you know that there's fear. In your heart. I'm not in your heart, but in your heart, you know your heart that is.
Thank God you said you're not in my heart.
But in your heart, you know that you fear. Okay, look at how many trucks that are carrying.
Although there are areas that are volatile in Lagos that you live in fear.
Well, if you're not living in fear, why should the Lagos State government start banning Okada in certain areas? It's the areas where they got the hint that see what is happening, see what is about to happen. They'll go there and buy the Okada. In this area we have, in this our station, it's somehow. Because local people are living here. If you thought 1 million died, government did not care because people are living here are common men, rejected people in the society. That's how
no.
Rejected people in the society. That's how they look us here in Ogba. Rejected people in society.
People in the society.
In the society. Because they look us. How many mothers do you have?
The mother of the deputy governor lives somewhere around here.
The mother of the deputy governor lives somewhere. How many security are there? How many security is following you? How many security are there? How many security is following you?
Some of the chairmen are living in this area.
I said the chairman. How many security is following you? How many security is following you? You are unrecognized people in the society. We are unrecognized people in the society. Forget about that.
Okay, let's look at Reno Omokri. Reno Omokri. That guy that used to talk on social media.
I have heard the man, but I have not followed him.
He says that Peter Obi has only hustlers as supporters, while Atiku has governors, senators as supporters.
You see, the man said.
Do you agree with that?
The man said Peter Obi has
hustlers.
Exactly. The man said perfect thing. This is what I'm telling you that
Peter Obi has hustlers.
Hustlers.
As supporters.
As supporters. Atiku has governors, reps, dignities in Nigeria, people who can change things as supporters.
You know the people that power belongs to?
Power belongs
in the election.
In the election.
Femi Falana said power is in the streets. People who have the power.
Power in the street. Here is not Sri Lanka. This is Nigeria. It's not Sri Lanka where people will demonstrate and the president or prime minister will run and repeat. Here is where people will demonstrate. Army will come out. In Nigeria. What the man said is reality. This is why Peter Obi were able to win.
Somebody like Femi Falana is a hustler.
Femi Falana, is it not one head? If you do only one vote.
Part of the
But remember, Femi Falana is part of the government too.
He's not part of the government. He doesn't hold a government post.
He doesn't hold the government post.
So you think that P2B is just catching cruise on social media.
I said P2B is just scratching on the surface. P2B is just pouring water.
Don't you see the Million Man March?
I said P2B is just pouring water on the rock. But Atiku and Tulumbu hold the compressor to break the rock. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
P2B is pouring water upon the rock. But Atiku and Tulumbu hold the compressor and the hammer to break the rock. So what that man says is reality. And when at the time of completing, you will see the people that come out and say, oh boy, INEC chairman, see what we want. During Abiola time, did not people support Abiola? But when the time reached, didn't the government of the day tell Humphrey was see what we want? As Humphrey was continue announcing what happened, allotment come. If the hustlers continue to press forward, they will not the election completely and give you interim government, which is where we are going to end. Interim government, you watch and see. If Nigeria remain interim government.
I don't understand, Mr. Okay. Lastly, keeping IU may cost PDP victory, but the judge wants.
Keeping
IU, the chairman of the PDP.
You see?
May affect PDP in the elections.
If you keep IU, or you not keep IU, but one thing with Nigerian politics, there's no gentleman agreement in Nigerian politics. Even though the agreement with the oath, they cannot keep it. How much more verbal agreement or gentleman agreement? They can't keep it. Because if you watch what this IU said that make Wike to be jumping up and down like a frog, you know that Wike is right. Because this man said if a northern man match cabinet, presidential candidate of the party, he will retire so that another zone will take it. Now the man Atiku have matched, but he refused to come down. And Atiku is giving condition that if he come down, his deputy will take over, which means the north. And in their constitution, one zone cannot produce the presidential candidate and produce the party chairman. Even if at all the east or south have misused their own, let it go to west, so that north will hold the presidency candidate, then the east, the south, west, southwest will hold the chairman. Already, these people.
Northwest,
no,
North Central, Northeast.
No, south.
South
have already taken vice president. So, if they're fearing the Igbos, then let them give the party chairman to West. Because I know that Igbos have already lost out in PDP. Igbos have already lost out in APC. So what remaining for them is this noise P2B is doing in Labour. It's the only thing that remains for Southeast.
Okay, thank you very much.
But let me tell the whole world.
The Federal Republic
let me tell the whole world. We will not take our Operation Patonders, people died there. Upper Worker, people died there. Headbridge, people died there. CKC, but people died there. All over, NSAS, people died. We cannot take from the day 1999 that the so-called Wazirike started this movement in the name of Mozob. People were dying up to this day. We cannot give it to 80 years presidency of any Igbo man. All the whole Biafra, she said no. Nnamdi Kanu lost his father. Nnamdi Kanu lost his mother. To the extent, dog in Biafra land, we lost it. Now we are expecting we Biafrans to give out our blood for whosoever presidency of Igbo. God forbid.
Okay,
I disagree that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am Mr. Paradeni Okokondem in this Second Republic of Biafra, led by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Biafra win the war. Biafra win the war. Biafra win the war. In the name of my Lord Jesus Christ. Omo Biafra. Onara hakwanora. Onye ndi no braburu neche ndenche mgbe niile. Ke mesiano no bosinta. Ka chon no were nsi. Nnamdi Kanu egaponido no na Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you very much, Okondem. We need people that are brave that will come out. Before I call on Mr. Kunle, let's get one of our viewers contribute to the program this morning. Who's online? I have Mr. Tunde Okafor. I am Mr. Tunde Okafor. Good morning. I can see you. Yes, you have the floor to contribute to the program.
Yeah, Christian, I don't have much to say about Nigerian problems. But what I have to say is this. What I have to say is this. As far as I'm concerned, the politics in Nigeria is in shambles. P2B cannot win the election. Hello? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Hello? What's happening? Are you hearing me, Christian?
I can hear you.
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, P2B cannot win the election. Never. It's highly impossible, no matter what he does. Atiku, Tinubu, they are all expired drugs. In fact, we have no presidential. In fact, it's better that Nigeria there won't be any election. The best thing left for Nigeria is this: disintegration. That's the only option. I don't see no one in Nigeria, no citizen in Nigeria has love for Nigeria. The government does not even have love for Nigeria. No one is say that, oh, I'm proud of Nigeria. Never. I'm not proud of Nigeria, and I cannot die for Nigeria. Nigeria is is an expired country. Can't it just write it on the floor, on the wall, that I say there won't be any election in Nigeria? Why is it that Kule is laughing? Kule, good morning. It's your friend. You are my friend. Kule, good morning. He doesn't hear me. Okay. So that's what I want to contribute. And I have to thank you, Christian. I love the way you are moderating this program. You are matured in mind. Thank you very much. And I thank Rafael for solving the problem between
Thank you
Rafael
very much, Mr. Tony Okafor. Whenever you are contributing, we mute ourselves so you can't hear us. We only hear you. So that's how it is.
Okay. I wish you the best, Christian. Continue with your good job.
Okay, yes, we are discussing this issue of the indefinite lockdown of Ladipo and Oyingbo. Do you have any other person? Yes, sir. The reason is given because of waste management on the side of the traders. Waste. Lagos, there was a time there was a campaign, Keep Lagos Clean. Keep Lagos Clean. Lagos dirty?
Yeah, I think you talk of the population now. As of that time, what was the population of Lagos? Let me even start by greeting the audience, the viewers. Mr. Bamidele from South Africa, I greet you. You're doing a wonderful job, following us, watching us, and we appreciate you very much, Mr. Bamidele. You're just so silent, you're low-key in South Africa. We would like to see you personally in Nigeria anytime you come. Yeah, kudos to you, right? For the greetings.
Okay, I ask, is Lagos dirty?
Lagos is not too safe. Lagos is not too clean as it is. It can't be safe from cleanliness because a lot of people coming in, migrating to Lagos as it is. And will I blame those people? No. Will I blame them? No, because as it is, all other governors of those states, of different states, they are just tax collector. They are just allocation collector. If all of them have developed their states, who is going to come to Lagos here? Who will be in Lagos?
An attraction.
What attraction?
That, many other states have.
What attraction is a coastal area, right? I will go to. They go there.
An investment
they go there because they see that there is development that is not in other states.
It's an advantage state.
Advantage being the federal capital, but it's not the only federal capital. It's not only the federal capital.
Seaports,
Calabar too was a federal capital. And how many people think of tourism in Calabar? The tourism alone, the Calabar can, do it vigorously, organize it vigorously.
Of not handling the situation.
I'm blaming. I will blame. There's a two-side thing. I'll blame the government, and I've not just.
Calabar is cleaner than Lagos.
Sure, so, that is where I'm going to now. Instead of us talking Lagos, Calabar should have even been the epicenter of development of Nigeria, because he has everything. He has coastal. He's a cultural,
what are the business opportunities in Calabar?
There are a lot of business. See, there are countries that make their resources, generate their resources from cultural, cultural stuff, right? From cultural. Yeah, you say what?
Tinapa.
That is when you now blame the government in charge of Calabar.
Blame the federal government or the government in charge?
It's the government. The government can decide, say, okay, hand over Tinapa this thing to us, and we manage it. If you know you can't manage it well, hand it over.
There's a road in my state, federal road, dilapidated road. The federal government has refused to do it. It has not allowed the state to take over.
That is why, if you say you won't get well for this country, that is, if you want to be well at all, there should be a true federalism. What belongs to the state, let the state
manage it. But Lagos has more opportunities than Calabar.
And Lagos fought for the opportunities, because Lagos fought for the transfer of the properties, of the federal properties.
It's a federal capital territory now.
It was a federal capital territory. But they fought for it, because they went to court to transfer all the. Okay, let me now tell you. All this federal secretariat you are seeing in Koyi, all those high rise you are seeing.
What I'm saying
they transferred it back to Lagos.
They have been built in Lagos, so it's attracting investment. By the federal government. Not that transfer it to the state. It's already there.
It's already there.
Even if the federal government
it's already
people
there.
are going to migrate from other places to Lagos.
To Lagos, yes.
The opportunities here.
There's
much more than even Port Harcourt.
You see, the federalism you are practicing, you borrowed it from American system of governance. As it is now, New York was former, capital of the United States. They shifted down to Washington. Now, New York is still at pace. New York is still at pace. Washington is developed. And you still have other states. Like California now is like the 6th richest, states in the world. 6th richest, cannot even classify it as country. Either 6th or 7th richest, state in the world.
Okay, let's talk about maintenance culture in Lagos State.
The maintenance, that is what the Lagos need to spend more of what they are earning to develop Lagos. I won't dispute that. There's a lot of money that's been sidelined. That's supposed to be pumping.
Sideline? What do you mean by sideline?
Sideline that's been, on corruption level, everything.
They put into private
pockets, yes. That is what is going on. The tax people are paying does not commensurate with the development we are seeing in Lagos, right? Because when you look at the quantum of money coming in generated by the Lagos states, and likewise, some don't pay tax too. Some don't even, but the tax you don't pay, they will remove it from transport tax because you pay Agbero, you pay.
There are very different kinds of tax.
There are different kinds of tax. You don't even.
The one that does not concern you.
You pay it. That's it.
And the one that concerns you.
I was asking one cab, what's it called, the downfall man. Why are you people increasing? They said they pay. I know say they pay Agbero. When you see the park, what do they call them now? What name do they call them?
Lagos State Parks and Garages.
Park and Garages. That's the money
they have
it's uniform now. They said the money they pay park and garages, the park and garages too, they remit it to Lagos State government. So that's the tax indefinitely is coming from your pocket by pocket. So,
we have Lagos, Ladipo, Oyingbo.
Ladipo
to be shut down indefinitely.
For now?
Because of indiscriminate waste management.
I think if it is
mismanagement, sorry.
If it is indiscriminate waste management, I will have to support that. Mismanagement, because you've been to Ladipo several times now. Yeah. That place needs to tidy it up. Yeah. And it's not the first time they've been saying that. It can even affect their health likewise. But if it is not political,
pollution there is not here.
If it is not political, I think they are
some
right.
see it as political.
If it is political, it's totally wrong. If it is political, Christian, if it is political, it's totally wrong to me. That's why I say if it is not political. But if it is not non-political, I think you should take a ride or take a bus.
Why not go to K2 market?
You say what?
Why not go to K2 on my 12?
What is good for the goods?
And see what is happening.
What is good for the goods? You know, the first K2 market, they fenced it up. That you cannot clearly see what activities. Mind you, they developed that area. I don't know whether you've been. When last did you get to my 12? Yes. When last did you get to my 12 last?
I think that road that is being constructed had to warrant the development of that area. But we are talking about cleanliness in Lagos State.
They should get the traders. Get them.
What I think is that the Lagos State government, they are going to collect tax. You need to put machinery in place. You have the lawma. Look at this road now. It's dirty. I came here this morning. No lawma lady.
Yes.
Took care of this road.
Yes.
And we pay lawma. Yeah. They will pay lawma.
Yes.
And on Thursday morning, if your environment is not clean, they come and lock your shops.
Can I now tell you? Yeah. We're in Nigeria as a whole. I'm not standing in. I'm not supporting who we are. We need to be forced to do the right thing.
Okay.
You know that yourself.
I know.
We will eat.
Nigeria,
you will eat gala. You will eat gala. You will eat. You will drink bottled water. You throw it on the floor. I'm a culprit myself too. But at times, I now wake up. One time, I now wake up that this bottled water that I drank from it and I threw it on the. Did I know that it's still going to flow back to the canal, the drainage in my area, and it will cause erosion? So the Nigerian needs to be disciplined on cleanliness.
Okay, let's talk about
on sanitary.
134 abandoned vehicles were auctioned in Alausa.
So I heard. But who are the people that are going to buy it? It's still going to be within the clique.
Yeah, they were complaining because if you are going there, you pay 2,000 naira to be part of those that will be part of that auctioning. So many of them complained that the system, the process was nepotistic. It was their cronies that were having the field day.
Insider. That is the problem. The problem of Lagos is the problem of Nigeria. The problem of 36 states of Nigeria is the same problem Nigeria have. So they are like Siamese twins. All these states and the federal, they are like Siamese twins. The corruption that is going on in all those, the nepotism that is going on in all those states is still what we are witnessing at the federal. So that is why I say the country needs rebirth. We need a rebirth, a brand new overhaul. But who is going to do that overhaul? Who is that going to be the engineer that is going to overhaul Nigeria? I have not seen that engineer. We need to now sit down, say, my brothers, my sister, we can fool ourselves for 100 years, but we can fool ourselves for 100 years of amalgamation, but we cannot fool ourselves for life. So, let's sit down. How can we even exist in a system that will make us be a proud nation, a proud region, a proud citizen? How can we do that? What are the mercenaries can put, on use that will make us to achieve the real people we are? If it is, let every region be, so be it. We would like that. Now, even I would prefer that, because the way things are going now, you can see what they are just discovering, looting everywhere. ICPC just came out now that the ministries, the MDAs, they were padding budgets to the tune of 30 billion, 100 billion, 150 billion. Whose pocket is that one going to?
I saw that 100 billion.
You saw it. Thank God you saw it. So whose pocket is that one going to? It's a pocket of individual people like you and I that work with government, that work in parastatals, and they come down here say they've not paid them salary, they want to protest, they want to do. Those are Labour members. Those are Labour people. Those are Labour under this, what's it called? This man, what's the leader? Ayuwaba. And they won't look at that, that you that are corrupt within us. But will you blame them when the head is rotting? When the head is rotting, what do you expect? So, Nigeria is in a coma.
Yeah, there's an online poll that was conducted. You heard about that online.
Yeah, that's
let me get your response to that.
Yeah, with the
is that a reflection of what may happen?
It's a reflection of the popularity, the crowd that's been, the crowd that's been following Obi. That's a reflection of it, and the acceptance of Obi, you can't wash it away as it is. The acceptance of Obi.
Nigerians are tired
but that's Nigerians are tired, but it's not left for ways the youth. It's not all about you want someone. It's not left for you to strategize.
Use your brain.
Use your brain. Yeah, you apply the common sense, and the common sense is not common. As I'm talking to you now, let every youth pick up their voters' cards and keep it safe. Keep it safe. Mind you, this was the man that I told you I was arrested by a tenant in
yesterday.
This was the man. I never knew this man is all the police this thing is in his blood, but he did something. Yes, but he did something
let's discuss that at the end of the
I will.
I have a okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes, a pleasure.
Yes,
a pleasure.
Wike has been given membership of Article Campaign Council. Membership Article Campaign Council.
Anyway, I will not forget my introduction.
Okay. Yeah. You can start
good morning, everybody. My name is Lokia Yaguna, I Nobi Lagos. Wike has been given. Is it the DG they give, or is a member? A member. Is it DG or a member? Is it DG or a member?
Member.
Yes. Where I see that Wike is not ready to lead PDP. Wike is not ready to lead PDP.
And, what they judge?
And
keeping you may cost PDP victory come 2023.
You see, the problem that all these old men have is that everybody just bringing your system. But they just will talk today. Ayo will talk tomorrow. You see, my own is that they should go and put their house in order.
What house?
Yes, they should go and put their house in order.
In the States?
All of them should come to a round table and talk. Because I can see Nigeria be divided. Some people still love PDP. I get me. Because I see some of the comments this morning. Some people are still praising PDP. Some people are praising ABGA. Some people are praising APC. Some people are praising Labour. You cannot eat one soup in a day. Just like a football, you have Arsenal, Man U, DC. Everybody has the right to choose anywhere you want to go. I hear me. But my own, as I said until the last day, before I would know who I would cast my vote to, where the election will swim to. So for me, giving him one of the campaign member by the PDP to Wike, say right direction.
The right direction. Do you think Wike will accept that?
If you don't accept, one man cannot decide what the whole millions.
But he has been dragging the party for over 3 years.
They just allow him to do that.
They just allow him
to have his way. There's a time will come now, whereby if they are tired,
they will change it for him.
They will change it for him. And when they change it for him, you know what happened to Akpabio. I get me. For all Nigerian politicians are selfish. I get me. Money, by the time they start dishing money down, a lot of them will betray him. They will go back to
online election carried out. You saw that report.
Forget online election. I don't believe all this online election. I don't believe all this online election. After all, Trump and Biden, what happened?
Biden.
What of Kenya? We have been having online before now. Do you remember there was a time election? Ganifa has a lot of media's online. This is what happened at the end when election started. So Nigeria don't believe Nigeria can only talk for social media. When it got to the day of voting, you see them changing their system because of poverty. Yes, money will always play. I will tell you the lie. I'm not yet to tell you lie.
Okay, let's continue. We had 134 vehicles was auctioned in Alausa yesterday. Abandoned vehicles, seized vehicles.
And I didn't know.
There was a man that broke down in tears. You didn't know. You wanted to.
I didn't know.
You will have
I didn't even get money, sir. Even though I know, sir, that option has been given out to their name has been written there.
No, they call people.
For where? Which people? Hey, is it
2,000 to be part of those people? Form?
Those, let me tell you, those names have already been written down. They said it to their staff. I will tell you like, do you think they will sell it for me? They will ask you, the form they are going to fill, where did you work? Where are you? Are you from this? Do you think they will give an Igbo man like me? Or a Doma like me? That one. Tabali is always there.
A man was crying.
A man.
As they sold his downfall for 370,000 naira.
370,000 naira.
See the man.
Then the Yoruba man. The man was crying.
Yeah.
Even it's too expensive. Dampo,
370,000.
Yes, very expensive. Well, Dampo is
370,000.
Dampo.
Okay.
Did you know the condition of the Dampo? All this motor, all these cars supposed to be granted away. Bring new things, new vehicle with AC. Why are we going back?
They can still make money from it.
Which money are they
Lagos
making?
State government
Congestion in Lagos everywhere. You can't move left and right. All these vehicles must have granted. Sold it away. Not even Lagos here. Bring new vehicle.
If you drive one way, they will seize your vehicle. And they should grant it.
That is
that's law of Lagos. You drive one way,
it's not good to beat the traffic. It's a law. It's not good to beat the traffic. Like me, I won't beat traffic. But it's good to show example. For some of those who are beating traffic, I get it. It's good to show example. The law must work. In abroad, the law work. I get it. Law must work. Not only for Ole Komoma, but the problem I have is that most of these big men, they beat traffic. They beat traffic. Policemen, army men go to PROT lane. You see them going with ID card. When police stop them, say, I work in Zone 2, I work in Raji, I work in Alausa, they allow them to go. So the problem is the security.
Okay.
So
okay. Yeah. Lagos State government to start task force to lock down Ladipo and Oyingbo markets indefinitely.
Why they lock it down?
Their waste mismanagement in that area.
That means this is what I've been telling the Igbos.
No.
Yes.
Waste. You see, that place is dirty.
Well, you see now that place is dirty. The
indiscriminate waste disposal.
The point is that the reason why they want to close down Ladipo? Is that the reason they want to close down Ladipo? Or maybe they want to, because of election. Election is coming up. You'll be seeing different politics now. It's a sense, I've been telling the Igbo, my brothers, it's time for you to go and invest this kind of thing in our place, in Hope. There is nothing wrong. We have a land in Benin. Go to Benin. We have port in Delta State. We have port in River State. Let them come there. Go there and invest.
You have a land in Benin.
We have a lot of land in seaport. In fact, we have seaport in Warri. We have a river. Otherwise, people like Kule will not be making noise. Kule will not be going up and down. At the end, Igbo man will work and give it to eat. I don't understand me. Why can't you take this investment back home? Go to Ladipo. Now shutting Ladipo down because of what? It's an excuse. Because they knew that their vote will be given to Obi. So they want to use all this system to frustrate them. I'm telling you the truth. If you don't understand, go and find out. People like Kule, they are not good to do good for. I'm telling you the truth. That's their character. Why are you shutting down Ladipo? I like this too, not only Ladipo. Another Oyingbo. And if you go to Oyingbo, most of the people in Oyingbo, they are Igbos. They are Igbo people. Igbos should learn less. They should learn less. One day, before you know.
But the reason they gave
before you know now.
Indiscriminate waste.
I'm coming. But for how many years now? How many years? Before you know now, they will ask you if you don't have PVC, if you don't have lastra, they will tell you, if you don't have lastra, you cannot open your shop. And lastra, if you go through to that lastra, you find out that all the names have been collected. Before you know, they'll start teaching figure in 2023 that you never know. I'm telling you the truth. So something is wrong somewhere. Politics has come. You see that the Yoruba will start playing a politics. You don't understand. It's a politics. It's what now? Why now? Why now? Are they not be collecting taxes since? Are they not be collecting money since? Are they not have inspector there? Are they not, do you have a local government there? Why now? Igbo should ask themselves, why now?
Okay. Thank you very much. I don't know Lagos for your analysis.
Anyway, thank God.
What is happening to the
yes.
yam market?
You know, I'm a minister of yam. I'm a minister of yam, and not only yam. In fact, the food stock. For example, yam is very expensive because now we expect yam now to be coming in now. Did you remember that Igbo always celebrate yam August? Did you remember? Was anything happen like that? Nothing.
No, there was.
When?
Low key.
Which low key? Because no yam. If there's yam, they will do it bigger. Because no yam, they do it low key. I be alive.
Kule say there's yam. It is your own.
Ask Kule said no yam. Ask Kule doesn't even know what they call farm. He doesn't go to farm. Kule is an agent. He go around to collect money from this Igbo shop. Collect money. Allow me to talk. Allow me to finish. You know, we have to tell our people the truth. You know, they want to hear for us. Those who are not living here. What we are saying is the truth, oh. Kule doesn't go to farm. Kule only wait for people to sell their market and come to collect money. So please, Igbo, not only Igbo, all our tribes, but Edo, we should go and invest in our home. Please, tomorrow, so that they will not come and say your toilet is dirty and whatever. In the name of politics. Thank you very much.
I have a Mazi Chigos. Good morning, Mazi Chigos.
Yeah, good morning, Christian and esteemed viewers.
Wow. Mr. Kule and Mr. Lucky, they are one of your kind. Yeah.
Some days are like that, and that has comic to what you are saying and to relax your nerves. Not referring to Igbo to come to Edo State, where there is no light, and so you want Igbo to be developing the entire country. If you go and use the farmland to cultivate farm, so what's really transpired in Ladipo and Oyingbo is rather unfortunate and ill-advised. Of course, the government of Lagos State has acted not even in the interest of the state, and of course, perhaps over 10 million people were affected. So you can't take such a rough decision at this very critical time. You see, the Ladipo marketers should not be blamed, because I've been there even during Thursdays. Thursdays are meant for economic activities that are shut down until 10 o'clock. Most of the time, after collecting those refuse or debris, they dump it somewhere, expecting those Lagos State Lama to come and evacuate them. They won't see them. The same thing happens in our own area where I'm living. They are expected to come at least once in a week. Sometimes they will stay more than 4 weeks. They will not come. By then, of course, refuge and all these things must have accumulated. Then who should be blamed? You have paid for the service you are not seeing. And the next thing is for the government to just bounce on the people. That is not how governance should be.
The spokesperson of Laoma said that these traders continued in the market despite repeated warnings from the agency. He said that they had more time. They violated some of the laws, non-payment for waste services, general poor waste management situation in the market, and also reckless waste dumping. That's what he said.
Reckless waste dumping. Yeah. Who is the one regulating it? You should make available, of course, waste disposal bins, and also evacuate them timely. A place like Ladipo is not something you have to wait for 2 weeks.
Every day should be
I mean, it should be at least 2 days, if not every day. Because the market is massive and you congested, and you should also expect the volume of those debris or whatever, refuse, to be high. So they will come to media to deceive the people. We know what is happening. The same thing happening in my compound, where I'm living. You pay for a service you don't see. Sometimes I got annoyed with the person supervising. Where are these people? After 4 weeks, you have not seen them. And everywhere will be stinking. So is that the only approach to such issues? The private people, their means of livelihood, and of course, is by way of intimidation, is unacceptable and highly condemnable.
Okay. 134 vehicles has been auctioned by the Lagos State Task Force in collaboration with the Lagos State Ministry of Justice in Alausa, the tax force company, Alausa Ikeja. The exercise took place on Thursday and attracted members of the public who participated in the sale of vehicles that were confiscated for various traffic offences, ranging from driving one way to willful obstruction to traffic across various parts of the state. Yes, I want to
that is the height of impunity, the abuse of power.
Drivers are reckless. Most Lagos drivers
of course, why wouldn't they be reckless? In the first place, the government have not done the needful. Look at potholes. Just a little precipitation, a little downpour, you see the roads are full of waterlogs, potholes. Why wouldn't they be reckless? You should do what is needful first. You should put the signposts or signals where you should mount them. You should also set up other, of course, use of technology to checkmate all these abuse of roads by the users. You can't continue to impound on people on that. Some people, sometimes the Lagos, the last mile and whatever will be chasing a car, and that will result to fatal accidents. It means that the government is not prepared for development. You should have the data of every motor or the owner of the car in Lagos State. You should be able to track their residential home, get their number through the documentations. Because no one, when you issue a license to any car owner, you must have documentations. That's the best way to do it. You issue the driving license to them. So why is it that you can't track them to their home or residence? And you resort to selling up most of them because of the intimidation by the instruments of the states. Refuse to access their cars. And you resort to selling it, disposing it. Who give you the right to dispose it? Under which law are you exercising this rascality? These are things, of course, we should continue to ask and bring the government to accountable. As a Nigerian journalist, that is what you should be asking them. You see, under what law empowers you to impound somebody's car just for traffic offense? Not that the cars were stolen. And how much should they pay? Should they pay the entire life savings for what? Traffic law offensive does not in any way
if you don't know the law,
give you any prerogative to. I am not, of course, exonerating them, but the government only decides in making life unbearable for the masses. You see, you should be able to set out your boundaries, set out the sign posts and all that, so that to help people. As I rightly said, where there is a one-way lane, you should put signal and instruct them that this is a one-way lane. Not only waiting for somebody to, an ignorant person, somebody who is not, maybe perhaps a novice, who is not conversant with the use of those roads. Once they ply the road, you now confiscate them. The next thing is to go and sell, auction their car. That is height of rascality, and I condemn it with all sense of responsibility. Okay. It's barbaric, it's criminal, and unacceptable. Okay,
let's look at
you should, of course, call them and serve them with any fine of course, and let them give them opportunity to pay it.
No, the law says confiscate.
The law says confiscate.
Drive one way, confiscate.
In whose interest? No, that is madness. It is not. It was not meant for the people. It was meant. These are one of the anti-people's policy.
Anti-people.
Yes, anti-people's policy. It is. How can you confiscate? What on what sense? If you know the person kills somebody, is there no rules of engagement? Huh?
Okay, let's look.
That is madness.
An opinion poll shows that Obi won the presidential election conducted in that social media platform.
By what margin?
He got 21%, Tinubu 13%, tied with Atiku 30%, while Kwankwaso got 4%. Is that a reflection of what may happen to M3?
Well, I think the INEC should declare the winner. It is needless going to waiting for 2023 then.
This is like mock exam.
Okay,
so
mock exam
is not the main exam.
Then if it is mock, then it should remain in the realm of mock and speculations. But the reality is that with all these happenings, do you think the election will still continue? No, I'm saying, will you be available during the election?
I'll be available.
Okay, to revalidate this failed system. So what should inform, what should encourage you to go to the polls?
It's not in my responsibility to revalidate. I just monitor what is happening.
You monitor what is happening?
Yeah, monitor.
And
I report what I monitor.
You will not participate in the election?
Why will I participate? I'm not participating in the election.
You're not participating, but you are aiding, you are middleman. The reality is that the subsequent elections have not yielded any dividends of democracy to the people. Even those who claim they are performing, they are just only building flyovers and some scanty roads, and they say they are performing. You see, what is the human capacity development? No country will develop beyond its human capacity. Beyond what you are investing to the capacity building of your supposed citizens. You see, like India was known for all these fraudulent activities, and the Indian government was deliberate to recruit all those youngsters, fraudsters, and give them a direction, give them an opportunity to develop and contribute meaningfully to their own country. Now, India is leading the information technology world. You see, the same thing happens to healthcare system, medicine. They encourage their people to go into medicine. Now you can, India has become, of course, a tourist hub for medical trips. So these are deliberate attempts by the government. What is your government deliberate about? You listen to your government, your president, he said that...
Our president.
Yes, your president, Buhari, the Grand Commander of Federal Republic of Armed Forces, or what? And the president in Imo State, he said that the good things he has been doing...
He doesn't know why people are not talking about it.
He doesn't know why people are not talking about it. Maybe he's referring to Femi Adesina, Garuba Lawan, and Mrs. Samalatu Danfodio, a.k.a. Funigas. You see, now, yes, if Buhari is solely doing the right thing and you refuse to tell the world what he's doing, and you allow this old man to come to the public and accuse you for not publishing, advertising his own good work. Maybe by implication, you don't believe in that good work and you don't think he has done something worth, of course, being recognized. So who should be blamed? Is it the Buhari who said he doesn't know why you people are not publicizing his own achievement in the past 4 years? Could it mean you are against the government? Or perhaps your conscience is judging you because this is the first time you are expressing, of course, that pure conscience, that this man doesn't deserve publicity because what he has done wasn't enough, of course, to be reckoned with. Maybe that's why it's an indirect vote of no confidence to your own man. the president. Yes, because if you fail, the Femi Adesina Garba Lawan, who has been his public image, refused to tell. Is it Chigozie Igbo, who, of course, is standing for emancipation of humanity?
One of the things he has done, NSIA commits $100 million to healthcare expansion within the states.
Which expansion within the state? You have not heard that over 400 billion naira was padded in 2021 budgets. You've not heard about that? 400 billion naira in 2021 budget. Who are the ones, what are the ministries that padded, who are the individuals that padded on these budgets and was approved by the same president, your own president? They are just discovering when it's almost too late. By next month, he will be assenting to another budget. Why 400 billion has been stolen under our watch? And you call it Mr. Integrity. That's why those who are beneficiaries of this wouldn't continue to keep silent. I will continue to tell us, God bless Muhammad Buhari. I have not mentioned anybody's name. But the reality is that where are they? Where are his experts and all that? You see, they didn't review the budgets. That I tell you, every road in Lagos State is being recaptured on daily basis, on yearly basis. You say it's lie. You see, every road, every thing, the same budget, they will inflate the same budget, pad it. You see, you can see how crime, how fraud is being enthroned, is being encouraged in this system. You know what is 400 billion? ASUU is asking less than 100 billion or so for the past 14 years. 1.2 trillion. You see? And annually you are losing 400 billion on padding. You see? 400 billion. These are ones they decide to disclose because I know there are more, of course, budget inflection and all that they refuse, of course, to lie low. I know that it's more than that. So this is a kind of country, and you are not aware that these things are happening. It's so unfortunate that this is the kind of country you are running.
Okay, let's look at lastly. We will arrest and cage terrorists, bandits, kidnapping sponsors before elections. DSS.
You said they were arrested and caged, you know?
Before the election.
Before the election.
So that we can have a crime-free election.
So why are you waiting until the election? Election which, if actually it will hold, well, these are mere, of course, mere fantasies. You have not addressed the spike of insecurity across, not just across a particular region. The North-East is nothing to go right home about in terms of insecurity. The same way the North-Central. The North-West, of course, is joining the train, the moving train. The North-Southeast is already a goal. So where are you targeting the what did he call it? The terrorists or what? To cage. So you don't pay attention to all these people who has lost a sense of relevance and responsibility. You continue to wait your own people die, and you are waiting for before election.
Okay, thank you very much.
There is no sense, of course, discussing about that because I know that it is immaterial and useless. The attention costs now for what do we do at this moment. You can see the number of a polling unit that was 6,000 was now inflated to 60,000.
In Imo State.
In Imo State. Now, if this is happening in Imo State, can you dismiss the possibility of the same thing happening in Lagos State? The same thing happening in Kaduna. The same thing happening in Northeast, where everybody have decided people are no longer farming. There is no economic activities, social activities going on. And yet they have the highest polling votes. So how did they come about that? This is a question we continue to ask. And these revelations, of course, validate our position.
Okay, thank you very much.
INEC has never shown any sense of responsibility or preparedness in this coming election. So we should jettison this election, of course, and discuss the continued existence of these ethnic nationalities called Nigeria.
Thank you. I have Mr. Raf. Good morning, Mr. Raf.
Good morning, Chris.
Yes, we have enough stuff to discuss this morning. Let's start with the online votes that Peter will be
suggested.
Is it a reflection would be a reflection or replicated in 2023?
You know, online vote, I think, is allowed in various countries, advanced countries of the world. Number one, United States of America. I think Britain. Trump and co. Sure, understand?
Biden,
yeah, Biden. So, I tell you, many countries, they vote online. And the reason why Nigerian government does not allow online is because they are manipulating election each and every time is being conducted here. So if justice and fairness should be allowed into our electoral system, let us buy that idea of voting online. Because voting online, what am I trying to say? Diaspora Nigerians are Nigerians living everywhere without Nigeria. So you will allow them to cast their votes. You know, the tenets of democracy says it is majority that carries the vote. So if outsiders in America, Australia, the 7 or 6 continents of the world like you, if they like you, they will vote you. So that's, it means that people support you both within and without. But if you allow only intra-election to take place, within Nigeria alone, I think you have limited, supporters. Supporters are limited. You shouldn't lock those people that live outside Nigeria from, voting. So everybody have a say in a democratic dispensation. So let me tell you, it should be allowed, online voting should be allowed, so that Nigerians that are living in America, Britain, Asia, and other parts of the world, should cast their votes. That is when you win, you have been universally accepted. Yeah. But when you allow only people that are living here, to vote, it means that the supporters, the number of people supporting you are limited. Unlimited support is when you allow people outside Nigeria to vote. Okay. So online voting, I'm telling you that those people that don't like it are the beneficiaries of what? Corruption in Nigeria. Electoral malpractices. People that steal ballot box, inviting Agboru and all manner of talks to take away or make away with the ballot box. I'm telling you that number one rigging, if you want to rig election in America, if you say people in diaspora, Americans outside will not vote, that's online vote, it's not allowed. You have rigged that election. Because they benefit a lot from outsiders, outside voters. So you look at this system, we are still in a monkish republic. We are still in a monkish country. We are trying to tell the world that we are among the third world. We are not. Third world countries are developing fastly, very, very rapidly. So we should buy their own system. Let our system begin to work. So somebody like Obi is not an archaic man. Some archaic men here in Nigeria, they criticize Obi. I know the reason why. If you are well read, if you are well brought up from a good family, you will have no reason to criticize Obi. Yes, if you are advanced in thinking, in mental ability, you have no reason to criticize a man that has come and turned Anambra state economy around. I am from that state, and that state has been cut off from Nigerian politics over the years. Ask me why, because each and every governor that comes and goes, the federal there at ASUU, they manipulate them, they use them. We don't benefit from anything democracy. What we Anambrans benefit are the works of our hand. Aka jaja. Our hands always soil with soil. We work hard. We do transaction. We have, business enterprises, and it flourishes. It flourishes. Yes, almost in the whole Igbo. But Anambra people, nothing like politics in that land. Until 2005, when Ngige came in, after Mbadinuju, Ngige told us all about democracy, all about benefits and dividend of democracy, all about benefits from, government. We don't know anything about voter, security vote. That there are money that are mapped out for the governors to take care of insecurity in his state, to take care of natural disaster in his state, to take care of the people, internally displaced people. It is security vote. Ngige told us this is the amount that come in comes in every year, every month for the state. From what? From the centrality, from the center. I think you understand. We can open our eyes to that. Then Obi came. The way Obi came in fact, it was a divine intervention. In 2005, when it was obvious that Obi under Apuga won the election, then under Obasanjo, they thwarted that effort. Then court in Enugu awarded victory to Governor Obi. What? By the testimony given by Ngige. Are you listening to me? So, my brother, I'm telling you, people that are mentally deranged, they don't want anything right in this country. Are you listening to me? That's why everybody is agitating to go. Yoruba Nation is on the course now. Yoruba is going to tell you who they are comes 1st October. I'm not afraid to say this. They will tell the whole world who they are comes 1st October. Igbo people were on this course for over 50 years now that we want to be on our own. And as you can see, we are going there. Nobody's going to thwart that effort. But what I'm trying to say is that allow Labour Party to be. That is the first time an Igbo man is being elected into that exalted office at ASUU. And I want it to play out. Raf, I would like it to play out. Every other good Nigerians, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, they would like it to play out. Let Igbo man go there. Let us see what he can do. Are you listening to me? Some people think that agitating for Biafra, agitating for Duduwa will stop Obi. Or if you are supporting Biafra, it means your leg is here. The other leg is there. Who tells you? Who tells you that if Obi become president, Nigeria will not gazette referendum in their own constitution? Who tells you that if Obi become president, all these corrupt officers, public office holders, they will not what? Visit Gallo. I know why I'm saying this. If you steal, stealing is corruption. Stealing is a crime. In this present regime, stealing is nothing. It is an embodiment, an institution. Being what? Solemnized presently. Anybody that steals and steals well, they tag your name Maradona. You are a professional. The whole community, they welcome you and give you standing ovation at the village square. But Obi's regime won't be like that. And I, Raphael Tresvant, I can never be what? A support of that kind of injustice. Stealing public fund is bad. Let us allow somebody that condemns stealing. Let us allow somebody that the youth said, yes, we need him. Christian, I choke you. Yeah. At the Lekito Gate, how many people were killed? Thank you so much. Did Lagos State government own it up that people died there? Yes or no?
First instance, it didn't.
Thank you. Listen, Christian, let me choke you. Recently or yesterday, APC under Tinubu, our Baba Jagaba, has not accepted, he doled out 127 million naira compensation for 75 victims, families, whose loved ones were shot at Lekito Gate. Initially, the first massacre without traces of blood. Nobody was killed there. What are they doing there? Now they have owned it up. That is what we call contradiction of the highest order. You said no then. Last year you said no. 2020 you said no, you didn't kill. 2021 you said no, you didn't kill. This is 2022. Prior to the election that is coming now, some persons are trying to own up the crimes they have committed and what? Disown it. They disown it that they didn't kill anybody. Why doling out that money? 127 million to disburse it among 75 families bereaved. Okay, are you listening to me? Yeah. Such crime, if it's in advanced society like America, they should arrest them. Arrest anybody that kills. A killer is a murderer. They should arrest them. Justice in Nigeria is not working. They should go after people. Murderers at Togate. Murderers of our children, our loved ones at Togate should be tried by the so-called DSS. DSSSS. Go after them.
Okay, let's look at Lagos State government to shut down Ladipo and Oyingbo market because of the waste, the bad waste management in that area.
The bad waste management in Ladipo and Oyingbo. Anyway, I've been to Ladipo several times. I see the way things are going there, but that swamp place area, I think understand that leaks from a Toyota bus stop, almost from Toyota bus stop inside Ladipo to the area where the people that are, marketing, selling their engines. I mean, the importance of bringing engine into this country. That area, that swamp is very dirty. It blocks the drainage system of Lagos State, but that does not matter. We have somebody that is managing drainage system in Lagos State. He's an Igbo man. Why shouldn't Joe Ibokwe go to Ladipo and clear the waste there? all the garbages, all the blocked canal should be what? Dredged properly so that water, flood, or whatever should have its way free. That channel. What is Joy Bokwe doing? Lagos State, they budgeted a lot for that section. Billions, millions of naira. Joy Bokwe is cutting away the money. The only thing Joy Bokwe knows how to do is to cast Igbo man, label Igbo man, bad names, align with our enemies to fight us, telling you all manners of bad stories about Igbo man. Why is he not doing the job that is handed over to him in Lagos State? If they close Oyingbo and Ladipo, let me tell you, the Igbos there, I mean the traders, they should not hold Lagos State government responsible. They should do what? All road is supposed to march towards Nnewi, the hometown of Joy Bokwe. They should bring him out and what? Give him justice. We don't waste time. See, let me tell you, taking him to court is another language that I don't like. I am an Igbo man. We don't believe in jungle justice, but if we give you jungle justice, we are trying to treat justice in the right way. We don't sway justice because of one man. Justice should not be swayed because of Joy Bokwe. Ladipo traders, come out en masse and protest. A lot of money, many money have been budgeted to that session, and it's your brother that is managing it. Stop blaming Tinubu. Stop blaming Sanwo-Olu and Lagos State government. Joy Bokwe is the major, the principal culprit of that crime. All I can appeal to Lagos State government is to do the needful. You investigate properly and know the reason why that place has been stuffed with all manner of rubbish and refugees.
It has no political intonation.
Thank you so much. Joy Bokwe is no political whatever. Joy Bokwe is responsible. Somebody that is a culprit is hiding under the edges of what? I don't know why he's hiding from doing the needful. Lagos State government under His Excellency, you fear police too much, even to the tune of fearing ASP. You did not do your job well again. I don't know whether you are scared of Joy Bokwe, who is just an ordinary civilian. It's not that exalted office is holding. It's never compared to where? Alausa office, the governor's office. So they should go and arrest him now. That is my own take.
Okay, on the strike, court cannot force us to teach with open minds. That is the ASUU lecturers. You know, the fragment took ASUU to court.
The
court
strike
force them to go to the class and teach with open
yeah,
minds.
first, court cannot. Yes, let me tell you the reason why court cannot. Who is court? Who heads the court? Yeah, who heads the court? Is it not justice? The SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, then the Attorney General of the Federation. That is the pyramid, I think, understand, of legal system within the what umbrella of judiciary. Who are they? They are scribes, they are scholars, they went to school, go to them, they arrange neatly, you see neatly arranged libraries in their various homes. So who are they? They were once students. That is what they don't know. Attorney General of Federation Malami, he once wore naked short from primary school. He's graduated to this level, exalted office where he is now. So the reason why they should not decide for schools, students, that's what I'm saying now. I'm trying to expatiate on that. I listen to me. Who is court? Court, they are students. Education made court what it is today. Without education, court shouldn't be institutionalized. I don't know what I understand. So they should give it to students. Court shouldn't tell students what to do.
No, the ASUU lecturers. If you force them to go back to classes, you are not going to force them to teach with open minds.
They might go there, but they won't teach. So the main thing now, the major thing is to do, let me tell you the truth. In any nation whereby youths are not allowed to exercise their rights, whereby youths are not allowed, do you understand, to have their way, their freedom, the liberty, that country is finished. Are you listening to me? Youth is the future of this coming generation. We are the future. Students are the future. My children are the future. And listen to me. God doesn't supposed to say anything against students. No, it is wrong. Students is supposed to be ruling this nation. Whatever student says stands. Education should be the mainstay of any country.
I was a student.
And listen to me. As I'm talking to you now, I'm a student. The first school I attended, I have never had it before in my life. The name is Patriotic Primary School by Lord Lugard and his wife under St. John, a missionary school from Church of England. That's why we are good. We the Anglican Church missionary, you know, we the students of agriculture were the best in the world. Go and investigate. Education matters. Education is number one. Student stands on your own stance. Students stand on your own stance. Court, you can never, ever contest what the students are saying. Allow this to be what? Peace. Let me tell you, give it to lecturers. If Nigeria budget 300 billion today, let's 100 billion goes to school. Yes, because education is it. If you're well educated, you will value that.
Over 34%.
Thank you. If you don't pay for ignorance, why shouldn't you pay for what? Knowledge. Knowledge is very, very expensive. Ignorance too safe. I can see it here in Nigeria. Ignorance has been institutionalized because everybody has turned their back at knowledge. I listen to me, Christian. I give it to ASUU. Okay. Lecturers, they should be paid. Okay. Both non-academical and academic lecturers. Nigeria should bring out money. Federal government, I don't know the reason why. They are paying presidential ticket alone, 100 million. One person paid for 100 people. Calculate it. Is it not 10 billion or more than that? But while how much is holding students, our children, from going back to schools? Okay. Do you know what? This is a part of the world where injustice is always turned upside down. This is a part of the world where some persons are benefiting from what is happening now. They are the beneficiaries of injustice, and they are enjoying it with nobody to care. This is a country where impunity, Impo has been what? Enthroned over the years under this regime. And nobody has ever come out to say anything. Omo election already come out. They beat him stupor right inside in front of a judge, chief judge. A crime is being committed on daily basis inside courtroom. So outside courtroom, anything happens. So what are you saying? You don't talk nonsense here because the people in control, they don't have education. When you talk education, you should listen to the flag bearer of Labour Party and his second man, Ahmed, that professor. I think he has many schools in the north. So for Nigerians to be educated and know what's up, you should vote for Obikere Renke.
Thank you very much.
Because let me tell you, the campaign is yet to start. But I started my own campaigning early this year. I campaigned for Labour. I tell you, Christian, once again with Queen. Some persons think that I said that Queen owns the lives, water resources around the whole continent of the world. You might doubt it because you don't get education. You watch whale, you watch shark in the water. Does somebody enter with camera, dive into the sea, mount on the whale? You are seeing the whale. Every whale in Pacific, in Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean are tagged with names and camera. Somebody did it on Her Majesty's Secret Service agents, the Queen of England. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have Oluwawan of the Federal Republic. The Mafizo of Ogba.
The citizen. The citizen of Ogba. We are the citizens of Ogba. The Mafizo. The ex-Colorado. How are you doing now? Greetings to my people in Diaspora, in Nigeria, and everywhere. Thank you once again for listening to us. The light in you, and we thank you for all you have been doing for us. Because you are giving us more life, more strength to have the capacity to tell you what is happening in our beloved country, Nigeria. Because Nigeria is going to be great one day, and you and I know that one. Because we are going to battle those lions. Those lions, their time is up now.
Their time is up.
It's up. It has come to an end. They say what's go up must come down. It can't hang for up. It must come down. And now is the time.
Okay, Obi, there was an online social media election between the four parties. You have Obi, Atiku, Tinubu, and also Fakwaso.
Okay.
Obi won.
He won.
Yes.
That's the beginning of the victory.
But some people are saying that is social media.
And now social media is not changing language differently. Because now is the beginning of victory. Because those who do the social media, they are human beings like me and you. They are citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So they have a choice to see. So that
most of them might be from outside.
Yes, they may be from outside. That was just like a text exam.
A mock exam.
Yes, mock exam. Because the main exam is coming. So from there, we know how you will feel the other side of the examination. These particles are part of what we are going to see in tomorrow's situation.
Okay, it happens in the United States. Joe Biden and Trump. Yeah. But Trump won on social media, but Joe Biden won
on the physical home. So in Nigeria's situation, it can't be like that. It could be opposite. Now we are not like an America. America is different for us. What we are facing here is not what America is facing there. We are facing injustice for the past, let's say, since 1999, when we got our independence, when we got our democracy. Right from then till now, there was no justice for you and I. There was no peace for you and I. Now everything is worse. Okay. So there is a realization that we are not going to follow them anymore. We are going to choose our own situation, our own messiah, our own new face that can liberate you and I. So social media, we are coming to the throne of God. And we are going to occupy the corridor of power now.
The Lagos State government to shut down Ladipo and Oyingbo markets because of
all those are
dirty.
All those are particles of afraid. They are afraid. Say, I'm not afraid. They are afraid. That is a particle of afraid. So that we're using on a garbage level. They not sweep the language to waste management. So the improper waste management. So that shut the market down indefinitely. No date. No date to open. So everybody will be at home indefinitely. So there's a language there, there's a conspiracy. They want you to be afraid. So they want you to buy them. They want you to come to their own side by fire, by force, which is not possible. It's not possible, no matter what they did now, because the time has come to an end. There is no compromise anymore. You can't shake us anymore.
No, but are you saying that it's political?
It's part of the language of the arrangement. Why not yesterday? Why not last month?
Who is arranging
the
it?
The government of the situation that is opposition to them. Because they are afraid of that language. Because that obedience is moving around the whole, let me say the whole world. Nigeria is everywhere in the whole planet. So now is the place. Let's say here is the headquarters of the movement of obedience. So there will be problems. People are afraid. People are not happy anymore. Because they see the harassing of the war. So they are trying to draw it down. And it's impossible to draw it down now.
Okay. Let's look at one other report this morning. Courts cannot force us to teach with open minds. Right? That's the lecturers.
Okay.
Courts cannot force the lecturers to go back to class and teach with open minds.
It's not possible now. They are saying it.
That is, if there's a court judgment that will direct them to the class.
Okay, by force, by fire.
Court cannot force them to teach with open minds. That's what
okay. Now, when they get to the class, they can't teach with open mind. So the best thing is to let them settle the situation amicably, 50-50. Not that you will give me 20, you will take 80, which is my mind will never agree with. So it's like don't force the horse to. You can't force him to drink the water.
Okay, thank you very much.
The
Mafiso of.
Thank you. You are welcome.
The Citizen One.
Life.
The
Beretta Rata.
You say?
The Beretta Rata.
I don't understand that one.
You don't understand that one? That's the English of the Pharisees, the lion fear. They are coming for them, and now they know.
Thank you very much.
Block everywhere.
Let's contribute to the program this morning. Who is online this morning? Yes, we have a few minutes. Nobody? Okay. With this, we'll be coming to the end of the program this morning. Click on the like button so that you can help us get to many other persons this morning. Once again, I'll say thank you very, very much for watching